What's up, YouTube? Jewfy here. Today we got a clip compiled of 15 black celebrities that said they were voting for Trump in the 2020 election. 15 black celebrities who supported Trump in his last run. So we're going to get into this and see who the 15 are. Now, before I start this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know the deal. Now, let's get into it.
Donald's a friend of mine. I just think he says it wrong. I think if he can reword some of the things he says and put it in business form, it'll really make sense. But Donald's like a straight up guy. Like if he sees your shirt tucked out, he won't put you aside.
Okay, Mike Tyson I knew about. Shaq I did not wholeheartedly know about. Because I see clips of Shaq talking about social issues and sometimes politics. And he chooses to say it in a way that, although it might be counter to the popular narrative or politically correct narrative, he still toes that line of like not being too offensive. So he's not as blatant when he says things, but I guess that's not too surprising that Shaq supports or supports Donald Trump. And you also got to think like a long-term friendship. I'm sure they had to know each other much longer than leading up to the 2020 election. So they probably have a personal friendship.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Mike Tyson endorsed me. I love it. He sent out a tweet. Mike, Iron Mike. You know, all the tough guys endorsed me. I like it.
Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Trump was there for Mike Tyson at some point in his life when he was low. Don't quote me on that, but I know for a fact that they have had in the past at least a good relationship, a friendly relationship, Mike Tyson and Donald Trump. And Kanye West, of course. Like, we all know that.
Looks up to you, looks up to Ralph Lauren, looks up to American industry guys. Non-political, no bull. Put the beep on it, however you want to do it, 5 seconds delay, and just goes in and gets it done. Right now, you gave me the heart.
Yeah, we all knew Kanye supported. Trump. I mean, right now, from what I see, we're about a year and a half removed from the 2020 election. In my own personal life, I'm not seeing much of an acceptance for being a supporter of Trump yet. I still get a lot of pushback, plenty pushback for even being slightly conservative. I still get a pushback for that, but I think the tide is changing. It'll just take some time. It'll take some time. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather, big boxing fan, TMT. It's my guy right here.
Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. You know what that is, right?
Thing about Donald Trump being racist until he ran for president and won. Before then, everybody was like, "Oh, he's on WWE. He on with different shows." Everybody they like Donald Trump. As soon as he ran for president, because people don't like the truth. Because he come out and be like, oh.
Yeah, see, I respect that. I never seen that interview from Floyd. And again, Floyd strikes me as the type of person that is a capitalist that would be in support of Trump. Again, I've never seen him publicly say that. This is the first time me ever seen that interview.
Trump. She's voting for Trump.
Make America great again, baby. Thank you so much for having me. I want to first thank God for Brandon Straka for doing this great thing and unifying us, because that's what's most important.
Okay, now Stacey Dash, she was very popular when I was younger. I remember Stacey Dash being in a lot of movies, but she kind of went off the grid, fell off the face of the earth a little bit. I think when she came out as conservative, I read up on her a little bit in the past. She actually has like 1 or 2 books published where she talks about her journey, coming out as conservative, going against the narrative, and she caught a lot of hell for it. There may be some other scandals and things in her life I'm not 100% sure about, but I actually kind of assume this one here.
Because it's not about the color of our skin, it's not about our gender, it's about what we believe in.
AB.
Donald Trump, if he get in the office, a lot of is going to change, and it's going to be better for me. No disrespect to nobody out there, but...
Dennis Rodman, yep, I knew that.
Oh, good. Now I can see it.
Let's make America great again.
All right.
You got it right there? You got it?
I got it. Thank you. So you made your way to Singapore.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman seems like a big supporter.
How?
Look at those hands. Are they small hands?
Each and every one of us are a 61% shareholders of everyone who got that money. The people in Washington, D.C. cannot count. Affordable care has already paid for itself. Mortgage, college tuition is already paid for. The money that Barack Obama gave for every banking corporation in the country, the money is sitting in the cellar of the United States Treasury, and no one knows how to get it. Don't let me in there. I'll leave with a pocket full.
Oh, wow, Jimmy Walker. I didn't know who that last guy was, by the way.
Good time star Jimmy Walker is now a Trump supporter who says it's time to be more politically incorrect. He joins me now. So, Jimmy, how have things changed in the world of comedy? I mean, you can't really say that much anymore.
Now, if you aren't black, I'm not expecting you to know this. But if you do, that's great. Jimmy Walker was, he played JJ in the show Good Times. And that show is old. It was about a family in Chicago. I think Good Times came out in the 70s, I want to say. 70s. I've probably seen every episode. So to know that's definitely interesting. I would love to know what my mom and family would think if they knew, because most people probably don't know that. Jimmy Walker is a pretty quiet guy. You don't ever hear him in any, tabloids, any news. He seems like a very quiet guy, but wow. JJ from Good Times, rocking with Trump. That's dope.
Mr. Trump, you're not a nice person.
We don't need nice.
That's true. But actually, I am.
Why have you looked at this president and said, I support what he's doing?
Well, I'll tell you, the greatest thing about America is that we all have our opinions and our thoughts. Nobody is totally correct in everything that they do. I have access to the president, and anytime I have access to the president and he will listen to my thoughts, that's all I can ask of him. And that's what I do.
Yeah, and I think too also that just the fact that Trump is willing to actually sit down and talk with people and hash out a deal, that business mindset of just coming to the table and working stuff out, no matter your feelings toward an individual. I think that's what makes him popular with a lot of these celebrities, because they probably had to deal with him at some point in time, and they've seen his professionalism. Like I said, a lot of people had interactions with him before he was even a president, so they know him based off of past experiences.
I won the lottery when I was born 63 years ago and looked up and I saw my mom. My mom is the strongest woman I know.
She should be running.
Azealia Banks, I don't even know who this is. Y'all need to relax. The Democrats have been playing on your fear to convince you to vote for them. Stop being scared. I truly feel bad because Hillary supporters are actually good people. But honestly, she has been using the media to prey on your fears to scare you into voting for her. This is America. We will be fine. We always are. Now, I don't know who Azealia Banks is, but shout out to her, because it take a little bit of courage to come out and say something like this, especially when you have a big following. I see she got the blue tick on Twitter, because you know that as soon as you say something like this, you will lose a lot of support. A lot of people will just drop off the face of the earth for you if you even mention that you're a conservative or you voted for the 45th president or anything like that. So kudos to Azealia Banks. I think she's a singer or something. All right, it doesn't take this long to read this. Shawne Merriman, don't know who this is.
Sure. So when I'm seeing him talk or seeing these certain comments, that's not like the Donald Trump that I know.
Okay.
So I'm all for it.
Okay.
I think he could win. He should win, and whether he wins or not.
Do you regret calling her Pocahontas? Do you regret that?
I do regret calling her Pocahontas, because I think it's a tremendous insult to Pocahontas.
Yeah, I know about Herschel Walker. I think he ran for didn't he run for governor or something like that in I can't remember where, but yeah, I know Herschel Walker is a supporter. He's a Republican too. He actually ran for office. And Ice Cube, I guess, is the last one. But like I said earlier about Trump being able to meet with people and hash out a deal, this is why he gets support from people like this, because when the 2020 election was coming around, Ice Cube, I remember Ice Cube laid out his plan for Black America. He went to the Democrats, and they were dodging him about it. He went to Trump, and Trump said, okay, we could talk about this. How about this, and that? He's willing to do business. And if you're willing to do business, that shows that you, at least in some capacity, actually care, whether it's going to benefit you or it's going to benefit both parties, but at least you care to do business anyways. That goes a long way.
Donald Trump is what Americans love. Donald Trump is what Americans aspire to be. Rich, powerful, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, be how you want to be. That's kind of been like
just because of the attack of fake news and attacking our network, I just want to ask you, sir.
I'm changing it from fake news, though.
Yeah, now these people, everyone listed, you could tell they all support Trump, but it's a shame that they can't openly. It's a shame that they can't more openly support it. Like, I should have already known who they supported. They should have been. They should be able to vocalize who they support without any pushback, because who cares? If you don't think the way somebody else thinks, who cares? We all human. At the end of the day, we all got families and loved ones and people we care about. If you think differently politically, okay. So what? That's why I think also more people should just stop caring. I'm gonna finish off with this last little story, but I didn't really get into politics until 2020, and I remember thinking and reading and watching a lot of content saying, you know what, I want to help in some way. I want to spread this word, but I was scared to make a YouTube channel because I didn't think I was, ready to talk in front of the camera. I didn't think people cared enough about what I had to say. I was worried about some sort of pushback. But you gotta conquer that. You gotta get over it and just speak the truth. If it's what you believe in, it's what you believe in. It is what it is. If that's who you support, it's who you support. Simple as that. But that's it for the reaction today. You guys, I'm sure it's a lot more black celebrities and black people that support Trump. And who knows, he might run in the next election. But until next time, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.